I shall never forget his face when he told me. My Karl has shot himself. The grief he felt was indescribable. What made it worse was that when they found the boy, he asked for his mother.
What reason did you have?
Tired of life.
You are tired of life?
My uncle tormented me too much. He tried to make me a better person. He only made me worse. Tell my uncle I want to hear nothing about my mother that is derogatory.
When Karl left hospital 2 months later, Beethoven's response was unusually well judged. It took him to the country to recuperate, and for the first time allowed him to decide on his own future, a career in the army. It was during this visit that Beethoven wrote his last piece of music, a new final movement for the B-flat quartet to replace the Grosse Fuge, which had so bewildered audiences and been pronounced unplayable by professionals. Having gone to the absolute extreme, Beethoven was now ready to pull back. In this brilliantly witty movement, the work finds a gentler resolution. Through this ultimate crisis, I think, Beethoven had finally found some sense of personal equilibrium.
Karl recovered, and he was due to join his regiment. They arrived back in Vienna in the middle of winter, after a terrible journey in an open carriage. Well, I could see straight away how ill Ludwig was. He'd caught pneumonia. But he'd been ill so often over the past 10 years, none of us suspected that he would hardly leave his bed again.
It is diabetes sent me. This is the house that Haydn was born in. Such a great man. Such a humble little place. Where shall we put it? Shall we put it there? My car? Gerhard? What do you think of my Karl in his uniform? From the Prussian king. I had hoped for a decoration.
No decoration could make you greater than you are without it.
After Karl left, it was one thing after another. And there was an operation attempted. to relieve the great quantity of fluid that had collected in his abdomen. And the procedure only drained the fluid, it didn't stop it from coming, so the wound had to be kept open. But it became infected. He suffered appallingly.
The strength for another operation.
Ardite amici, comedy finites.
What did he say?
Applaud, my friends. The comedy is over.
By the 24th of March 1827, aggressively advancing liver disease and kidney failure left Beethoven in a coma. 2 days later, in the middle of a thunderstorm, he died. Within hours of his death, a monumental mythology was already starting to take shape around him. The world wanted to take possession of Beethoven. 2 days after he died, souvenir hunters removed every last lock of hair from his head. The day after that, over 20,000 people attended his funeral, the largest that had ever been held in Vienna. Karl, stationed in Moravia, did not return for the ceremony. No one composer has had such an overwhelming impact upon musical history. The vast explosion of musical development across the 19th century simply could not have been without Beethoven. To me, it's very clear that he closed the chapter called Classicism, making it not just possible, but essential that from now on, composers must follow their own path.
During BBC 4 now, Hazelwood unravels one of Beethoven's finest works, phrase by phrase.